Established just over 6 months ago, I consider my first attempt at a dirted, planted aquarium to be successful. After the first month had passed, the aquarium has been virtually maintenance-free, with moderate plant growth, minimal plant loss, and requiring little, if any, trimming. The carpet is comprised of dwarf sage subulata. The tall plants along the rear are crypt spiralis. A dwarf water lily is nestled at the foot of the rock pile, as well as a few various anubias dotting the aquascape. The minimal fish population consists of a group of 5 Siamese algae eaters and a family of 10 yellow Libidochromis. This aquarium is dosed daily with Flourish Excel and twice a month with Flourish Comprehensive, nitrogen, and potassium. This aquarium houses 2 colonies of Lake Tanganyikan cichlids. These 2 colonies began in a 33-gallon long aquarium back in 2008. One pair of Julies, Juliochromis ornatus, Congo yellow, and a trio of Shelleys, Neolamprologus similis, settled in and began breeding, quickly overcrowding the aquarium, so their ever-growing numbers were relocated to this current 75-gallon setup. The tiered aquascape allows a peaceful coexistence between the species. The scattered shells on the sandbed provide cover for the Shelleys, while the rocks and hollow logs up on the ledge provide shelter for the Julies. Although there are a variety of tetras, danios, and barbs in this aquarium, it is aquascaped for the pleasure of the group of 7 clown loaches, which are now approaching 6 years of age, that call this setup home. During the day, you would be hard-pressed to find one or two swimming out in the open, but as evening arrives, or they spot me approaching with the food container, one by one they scurry out from their hiding places, greedily pacing, waiting for their share of food. The large angelfish and festivum dominate this aquarium, but the focus for me is the pair of dojo loaches. They spend most of their time inside the hollow tree trunk or buried in the sand with just their noses sticking out, waiting for feeding time to begin gobbling up the NLS pellets. The plants are assorted crypts rooted only in pool filter sand, and a few java ferns and scrawny jungle valves. I don't worry much about the plants because with the digging loaches, keeping anything planted can be a challenge. This colony of Tropheus boise began in 2008 with 26 1-inch juvenile fish kept temporarily in a 75-gallon aquarium for a few months until their larger home was ready. The colony has increased in size with the addition of several spawns. In earlier videos, a large, lush growth of jungle valve filled the right side of the aquarium. For the longest time, the tropheus never paid any attention to the plants, but then after they discovered how good they tasted, they mowed them down to the roots. Replacing the eaten plants was futile. Once the fish got a taste of the greens, any attempt to replant was a waste of time and money. Last year, I made the commitment to properly house frontosa with only other frontosa, or at a minimum, only a few non-aggressive, solitary seine lake tankmates, removing all aggressive fish and replacing them with an assortment of frontosa, 9 in total. Finally, I was able to enjoy a colony of frontosa. A large volume of water, low intensity LED lighting, an ample quantity of caves, and no fin-nipping neighbors permit the normally docile frontosa to cruise through the aquascape and allows them to take their time while feeding. These elements permit the frontosa to thrive and grow. I was never a big fan of frontosa. I always felt that they were overrated as a cichlid, but the key is to keep them in a proper configuration, and that allows you to really see all these gentle giants can provide.